See how it will play out as the players draw their opening hands. It looks like Jonathan is going first. He's going to start with Pot of Duality.
I think I just saw a simultaneous equation cannon in his hand.
All right, you better start keeping track. All right, it looks like he is going to grab Skill Drain off Pot of Duality. That's a pretty good card, I hear.
It sure is, because even just summoning Lady Labrynth with 3,000 attack points and flipping Skill Drain can be tough to deal with.
Shades of Beast King Barbaro Skill Drain. I like it. I like it. Now it looks like Jonathan's going to shuffle his hand and place his cards face down. If he doesn't know where they are, there's no way his opponent is going to know.
I love doing that. They can't read me.
Yep, I do the same thing as well. It's a lot of fun. You still have to set your cards one at a time, but it's a cool way to conceal where you might be placing your cards. That way your opponent doesn't get a read like, oh, he said this one first. Maybe it's better. Oh, he said this one last. Maybe he's thinking about it longer.
I think it's something Yugi would do against Pegasus.
That is a good call. Now Matthew's going to start his turn with Bonfire.
I'll add Snake Eyes Ash. Everything on
Going
resolution.
to add Snake Eye Ash, that beautiful ultimate rare. Probably one of my favorite ultimate rares out of the OTS packs as of recent. I love the circles behind it. Now, do you think there's a trap card that he's going to activate here? It looks like it is.
There's the Skill Drain. We knew he had it.
Going to cost him 1,000 life points, but going to be able to stop the Snake Eye Ash in its tracks.
Main deck Skill Drain is tough to deal with.
It is. You definitely want to dive into the side deck sometimes, but he's going to go right into the battle phase and attack for 800.
All right, he's chipping away at Jonathan's life points, 1,800 down.
Main phase. Yes. I will set one phase turn. I will enter the end phase. Pass my turn.
During the end phase,
Not a lot here for the Snake Eye deck.
I will activate.
And next up, he's going to...
He has a Flashing Fire.
Flashing Fire to special summon.
Going to use the effect to special summon.
He'll have to give up his next battle phase in exchange.
Looks like he's eyeing the extra deck, going to summon Frecky.
Oh, do you want to hit my deck?
Looks like it.
Yeah.
No effect there thanks to
on
Skill
resolution?
Drain. Looks like he might have something here at Resolution. It's going to be Trap Trick. That can basically be any trap in your deck as long as you have 2 copies of it.
I love how it's a wild card. So he's going to banish a Welcome Labyrinth, just set one
Labyrinth.
from his deck, so that next time he'll be able to flip that Welcome
I'll
Labyrinth.
attempt to activate Welcome Labyrinth.
Sorry, immediately he'll be able to flip it. Trap Trick allows you to activate one more trap. Activate that set trap card, but then you can't set any more trap cards that turn. But he won't get his battle phase next turn because he did use a runic spell.
3 cards in hand. I will chain Solemn Strike. Oh.
Yeah, I was like, you can't use another trap after Trap Trick, so you're not going to be able to Solemn Strike that Ash Blossom there, and that's going to resolve, negating the effect of Welcome Labyrinth.
Proper.
Ash Blossom pretty strong against the Labyrinth cards.
Dude, why did it not resolve?
Because Trap Trick, you're not allowed to activate any other trap cards the rest of the turn
Am I in?
after you activate it, besides the one you set.
Yeah, but why didn't the Welcome Labyrinth resolve?
You got Ash Blossom.
Oh, he ashed it. I didn't see the Ash Blossom.
Yeah, we're in battle.
Indeed.
Battle skips.
Skip battle.
And now he's going to go to battle phase, have to skip the battle phase.
Draw to start my turn?
Yes.
Standby phase? Yep. Main phase. Yep.
And now plays right back to Matthew.
I will discard the Fiendsmith Engraver.
Okay, Engraver is activating in the hand, resolving in the graveyard. So Skill Drain is powerless against it. Matthew gets Fiendsmith's Cracked.
Beautiful quarter-century secret rare.
That is nice.
Fiendsmith Cracked is fine.
I will resolve Crack by discarding Larry.
Gets Lurie, discards it. Lurie's effect will special summon it back to the field.
And if we could fix the zone for your deck.
Yep, now he has 2 monsters on the field.
No.
None of them have effects, though.
Gonna link away into Requiem. He can still tribute the Requiem off.
I will activate the effect of Fiendsmith Requiem.
So yeah, since it's not on the field after it tributes itself, its effect can resolve. So it does play against Skill Drain. Get the level 6 Engraver.
Do you mind if I read this?
Yep.
Looks like he's gonna try and play Fiendsmith Engraver Beatdown. He can equip the Requiem and give it 600 more attack.
When Skill Drain's up, it's nice to have the strongest monster on the field.
Indeed it is, and now he is equipping it.
I will activate the effect of Snake Eyes Ash to release for cost.
Okay, so he's going to get the level 8
That's fine.
Flamberg Dragon from his deck. This might open up some more possibilities for a simultaneous equation cannon.
Anything on summon?
Thinking on summon.
Looks like he does
Any
running some
quicker trigger
numbers.
effects? I do not.
There's
Yeah,
3
sure.
cards on his field, 2 cards in hand. So that's 5 cards on Matthew's side. Let's see, 4 face down, 1 on the field for Jonathan. That's 9.
Was it 3 in his hand?
Is it-
Or 4 in his?
What's it?
Oh, 3. So 6 for Matthew, 5 for Jonathan. Does Jonathan have a hand?
I will
Looks like he has 1 card.
So that's 10 cards total.
3 cards in hand, you said?
3 cards in hand.
Yep, he's running the numbers.
Simultaneous equation.
Yep. And it looks like the
Yeah.
algorithm does add up. You see
Okay.
a little smile there
11,
from
1, 2,
Matthew.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Sure.
So 2x
This-
plus
yeah.
2x plus what? Oh wait, he said 11. So I guess there are
Banish
11
one
cards.
fusion, 2 XYZs, same ring from your deck. Just combined levels and ranks equal the total number of both players' hand and field. Return 2 of your banished monsters to the extra deck. 1 XYZ, 1 fusion, whose combined level equals the level of 1 face-up monster opponent controls. Banish all cards they control.
So here's the equation. 2x plus y equals 11 if that's the total number of cards.
Yeah.
Then x plus y equals a level of 8, which is or 6, a monster on the field.
All the cards in field.
So
3, and then return 2.
he did
You banish face-up.
5, 1, and 1. So 2 times 5, which is the level
Any
of
trigger effects?
the
I do not have
fusion.
any trigger.
I like that they welcome Labyrinth to set itself, because a monster left the field.
Oh, sorry, the level of the rank of the Xyz monster plus 1, the level of fusion is 11, which is the total number of
Let me
cards.
concede.
And then 5 plus 1 is 6, which is the level of the Fiendsmith Engraver.
And the. All right, in the main face here for
I will normal summon
Matthew.
Snake Eye Ash, activate the dex.
Effect is fine.
Ash resolves. Looks like he'll get Snake Eyes
Jimmy one
Poplar.
Poplar.
We'll see if
Jimmy one
he's
Poplar
using
is
its
good.
effect.
Jimmy one Poplar.
Poplar is good.
He'll special summon it with its effect, and then use its effect to add add a spell to his hand.
Resolution?
He's going to go for Divine Temple of Snake Eyes. Just let him place a Snake Eye monster from his deck into the spell and trap card
He
zone.
goes for Snake Eyes Diabell Star.
I'll use the effect of Snake Eyes Ash and itself plus Diabell Stars.
Is there an Ash Blossom and Joy Spring here? This would be where you want to do it. Doesn't look like there's any response here from Jonathan. He's going to be able to send these 2 to the graveyard to summon Snake Eyes Flameburge.
You don't think he would have Ashed the Ashes effect?
Summon
It's
Snake
tough.
Eyes
I normally don't Ash Snake Eye Ash. I do wait to hit them here with on the
Is-
summon a Snake Eyes Flameburge Dragon or the Snake Eyes Oak from the deck.
I usually Ash the Ash, but I could
I will link
be doing
this
it
to
wrong.
you.
It depends. No, if you just have 1 Ash Blossom, you can kind of just hope, like, hopefully this is your only card that's going to start and the rest of your hand falls apart.
Yeah.
Those are the tough calls you got to make throughout the tournament. But it looks like he's going to link into Moon. The Poplar sent to the graveyard, so he gets to place that Snake Eyes Diabell Star back in the spell and trap card zone. And since Moon is a light fiend, fulfills the requirements for Fiendsmith Requiem to get access to the Fiendsmith engine out of the deck here.
tributes the Requiem, summons the Fiendsmith Engraver.
With the effect of Requiem targeting Engraver.
Yep.
Requiem's effect equips it to the Engraver, and then he uses the Oak to send it and the Requiem to the graveyard. I assume to get Flamberg Dragon this time.
Yep, I imagine that is
Since-
where he is going. Looks like it is in the bottom cards that he hasn't been picking up this whole time. My favorite part was when he was shuffling his deck and there were still cards in his deck on the table. That's like you can tell it's just like one of those habit kind of things. But yeah, the Poplar being able to put back that Snake Eyes Diabell Star coming in handy here. It's going to be able to put itself in this monster zone by placing Snake Eye Oak back in the spell and trap card zone. Link those 2 away into Fiendsmith's Requiem or Sequence.
Sequence's effect activates.
Going to be able to fusion summon. Refills his extra deck while taking out Fiendsmith's Lacrima. Lacrima's going to be able to either add back a level 6 or summon it.
Lacrima's effect targeting
He
Engraver.
hasn't used Tracked yet, so I think he might add it back to his hand potentially here. Yep.
I will activate the effect of Engraver.
Yep.
You
So
are
n-
correct. So
now
he is discarding that Engraver, and it looks like he's going to go for the Tract. A lot of Quarter Sanctuary rares in his deck.
Looks
They look nice.
They do.
I will activate the effect
And
of
Tracked.
That is fine.
We'll let him add the Fabled Lure, discard Fabled Lure. I like that what you can add and then choose to discard something different, so you don't have to discard what you get. So it's pretty nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
Get some utility there. Get some other options if you happen to want to add something to your hand.
Also good if you already drew the Lurie,
Oh.
you can get a different card and then discard the Lurie you already had.
For sure. And now it looks like the Flamebird is going to be linked away
Yep.
with the Lurie for IP Masquerena. Now Flamebird is going to bring back a couple monsters. Is there a Nibiru the Primal Being here for Jonathan? It looks like Matthew has him on Labyrinth, and assuming he doesn't have a Nibiru in the deck and just going all for it.
Okay, you're fine here.
It doesn't look like it. I think he would use it here if he had it.
I will shuffle Larry in for cross-activating the Fiendsmith Engraver.
Yep, hasn't summoned back the Engraver yet. Going to be able to put back a Light Fiend to special summon Engraver from the graveyard to the field.
Fiendsmith Track to Fusion Summon.
And now he's going to use Track to banish it from the graveyard to Fusion Summon for Fiendsmith's Desiree. Lets you use materials from your field or hand.
Yep. One of them has to be Engraver, the other two have to be Light Fiends. There it is.
I will.
Let's see how he's getting equips on it. Looks like he's going to use Masquerena and a Link Summon to summon Promethean Princess now.
Looks like he's going for...
Targeting my Desiree.
Okay, he equips the sequence to the Desiree.
Of Promethean Princess.
Going to bring back the Snake Eyes Flamebird Dragon.
There it
Activate
is.
the effect of Flamebird. Yep.
Flamebird is going to put that IP in the spell and trap card zone so it can special summon it during Jonathan's turn.
I will activate the effect of Desiree. Yep. I will negate Promethean Princess.
Yep, so he's going to negate the Promethean Princess, so he's no longer locked into fires, so he can link them away into Appaloosa Bow of the Goddess. Or Silhouette Rabbit. That's a cool one.
That might be better here because I don't think Appaloosa is particularly effective against Labyrinth.
Very true.
Especially if they're not playing the furniture. It would be okay if he was playing Chandragli or Stoby Torby Clock, but
Very true.
all we've seen so far are traps.
And the Silhouette Rabbit has that bonus effect that when you special summon a monster that is treated as a continuous trap card, you can destroy a spell and trap card.
Which is very good and doesn't always come up, but is definitely going to be relevant in this matchup if things go Matthew's way.
Yeah, I really like the Silhouette Rabbit.
Yeah, the Wanted poster gets the Bellstar.
Send my Oak to the graveyard, special summoning Black Witch. Activating her effect.
Yeah, the Black Witch will let him set another copy of Wanted Seeker of the Sinful Spoils or Original Sinful Spoils. He hasn't even used Original yet this whole turn.
No.
He definitely wants to get it into the graveyard so he can get that draw from Wanted here.
I will activate Original Simple Spoil, sending Diabels for dust.
Yes.
What did he summon here? He's already used all the effects, just another copy of Snake Eye Ash just to get that draw online.
Yeah, he already used
I will
Ash's
activate the
effect, so he
Wanted,
can't do it
targeting
here.
Original Simple Spoils.
Yes.
But as you said, that allows him to use the Wanted's effect in the graveyard, banish it, and set
draw one card.
return the original sin to his deck and draw a card.
I will set one in the back row.
Yes.
I will attempt it in my turn.
All right, and that's going to do it for Matthew. After he sets an additional card, you probably can look at that, maybe a Call by the Grave, maybe an Infinite Permanence, are usually the things you want to look at.
Sure.
And now it is Jonathan's turn. Could be a Crossout Designator potentially since he did go first.
Crossout Designator, you think stayed in his deck in this matchup?
Yeah, it would be tough. It would be a tough call. It would be more so if they sided in just for going first every time by like habit, potentially. Crossout Designator usually spends a lot of time in the side deck as opposed to people's main decks nowadays.
It's a pretty good field for Matthew. I just don't know how good it is against Labyrinth.
That is going to be the question. The Desiree being able to negate face-up cards is going to help.
Yeah, that's really good. It can negate the traps that he activates, right?
Yeah. But if he has the right combination of cards, and he's going to have 5 set spell and trap cards, we're going to see which one he's going to try and snipe here with the Silhouette Rabbit.
End of main, I will activate Flamebird effect.
And likely SP
Little Knight.
Little Knight using the Masquerena, perhaps.
I will activate Angel Statue Azurin.
Angel Statue Adrian will special summon itself as a effect monster. Works kind of like Thunder King, where it can attribute itself to negate the special summon of a monster. Not one summoned by an effect, but one that's just inherently special
Which makes
summoned.
the Silhouette's effect more relevant here to destroy
Big welcome.
Welcome. All right, it's not irrelevant in the graveyard, but it probably would have been a good card to have.
IP Masquerena.
Yes.
Masquerena and Ash he's going to use to summon, I assume, SP.
Summon SP
Yep.
Little Knight.
Steel Knight's going to be able to banish a card since he used a monster from the extra deck. 5. It's going to reroll, looks like. 2.
Banish.
Banish. Yeah.
Ice
Ice
Dragon's
Dragon's Prison.
not too bad.
It's a good card.
So now he's got him down to 3 spell and trap cards face down.
And he can
Set another one.
yeah, and he can destroy one that gets activated
Draw to start my turn.
Yes.
I will go to standby.
using Desiree.
Main.
Thinking in standby. Sure.
Jonathan's in a tough spot because Little Knight will also protect his monsters from something like a simultaneous equations cannon.
Magus. Yep.
Yeah, the Desiree being able to stop it just is pretty nice. But if he had something like the simultaneous collision cannon plus solemn strike, maybe not a bad combination.
That could work.
He would also have the right amount of numbers, but
There's
like many of you out there, I wouldn't know.
there's a lot of options on the field, though, right? Well, we certainly have a level 8. We have Flamberg Dragon. Desiree's level 8?
I
as
believe
well?
so.
So, a lot of combinations to make 8, though.
Matthew's trying to get one of his high-level monsters on the field, going into Nightmare Phoenix.
Coming on summon.
Co-linked there with the SP Little Knight.
Fine.
We're close to an extra link, aren't we? Almost.
We are close to it. Well, yeah, I mean,
We would
Little
need to
Knight's not
change a few
pointing.
things,
Little
yeah.
Knight's not pointing to the rabbit.
Yeah, the Desiree would have to be a link, and we could wrap around or something. All right, looks like he's prompted Jonathan to go into the think tank here, running some numbers, doing some math.
Targeted this one?
I targeted this one, correct.
Yeah.
And it looks like
Okay,
he's
it's
going.
an Ice Dragon's prison that he targeted, it looks like.
Language listed.
So the Ice Dragon's prison could definitely go after a light fiend and try and force out the Desiree at least.
Yeah, I think that makes the most sense, right?
I think so.
Matthew could use Little Knight's effect to try to protect it, but that still hinders his position.
I will chain Skill Drain as chain link.
Oh, of course, there's always skill drain.
Oh, he is going to Skill
just
Drain
1, 2.
instead.
That's
1, 2, 3.
a bit more of a blanket effect there. Let's see if this prompts Matthew to use. He could chain the SP Little Knight, get the Nightmare Phoenix off the board, and still take down that other spell and trap card. Or you could just chain Desiree.
Yeah, but that forces him to chain Desiree. So now he used the Desiree's effect.
So now he can use the Ice Dragon's prison. Oh, because yeah, if he does it this way, the Desiree won't be on the field, doesn't have a link rating to check, it's not going to be able to negate any face-up cards.
This is the one you target.
This is
Oh,
interesting.
that's a good point. This is a great play. If it works out. Well, I guess even if Little Knight's effect removes Desiree from the field,
won't
it
have the
still
link.
won't have the link and still won't resolve, right?
Yep. Jonathan knowing he needs to get this Desiree off the field.
Was this properly fusion summoned?
That was fusion summon using sequences.
And it counts as a.
Yes.
The sequence isn't here anymore.
Looks like he
so
wants
it
to
counts
take
as
the
a actual fusion summon.
Lacrima
Okay.
and banish that with the Desiree. Or
Um,
at least he's contemplating it.
I will target Engraver.
Yeah, definitely want to go for the Fiendsmith Engraver since it can come back.
That makes sense. It has the graveyard
Special
effect.
summon and then banish it and the link card on field.
Matthew considering his options here. He doesn't want to fumble at this point, but the skill drain could be scary. There's still 2 other face downs. Even something just like a Welcome Labyrinth could be pretty useful if the skill drain sticks.
Yeah, I mean, it's special summons and banishes on resolution, so Matthew
I
could
will
use his
chain,
Little Knight's effect.
SP Little Knight,
Targets?
Desiree, and
So-
Okay, so he's valuing keeping the Desiree as a body for skill drain face up. Because it'll come back, he won't be able to negate anything, but he'll be at least have some sort of board presence fighting through the skill drain.
Yeah, there will be nothing left to banish with Engraver,
Next.
but I feel like that's already a win for Jonathan. That was sort of his goal.
Yeah, the goal was just to have Desiree be as useless as possible.
Is that card? What is that card? he's
Another
about
Ice
to
Dragon's
flip?
prison? It has to be. He's looking at that graveyard mighty hard.
Did he draw 3 copies of Ice Dragon's prison?
Could be.
Cannon 6, right?
Oh, it's a Daruma Cannon.
Oh, that would just send them all to the graveyard. Oh, no, he can't even use it. Oh, no, he
Well,
can
he
flip
could,
the Desiree
but
face
put Desiree
down.
down, but then he won't be able to get rid of it.
Ice Dragon
Yeah.
Prisons resolves. Maybe this.
So now he
And with
gets-
Engraver on his field, he's now actually able to activate the
I don't know.
Daruma Cannon if he so chooses.
And the SP Little Knight's already been
Skill drain
spent,
resolves.
too.
Oh, no.
This
Yeah,
resolves.
I mean,
so-
skill drain's on the field now.
I suspect by the end of the turn, it'll get activated.
Oak and Ash.
Okay, the Flamebird's
Nightmare
resolves,
Phoenix
bringing back
does
2
destroy
level
this.
1
It was closed at
fires.
activation. I will draw a
But isn't
card.
that negated by Skill Drain?
Yes.
I'm not on the field.
Oh.
The Nightmare Phoenix is not
Oh,
on
yeah,
the
yeah,
field.
yeah, right, right.
It's not on the field, but it was co-linked when he activated the effect.
Nightmare Phoenix was co-linked at activation.
Yep, that's what they're talking about right now, and it was co-linked at activation, so it will get to draw a card. You can't Ash Blossom Nightmare Phoenix if they choose to draw at activation. So that if you ever want, I know someone's told me that they've lost the game before because they decided just to go ahead and draw the card just because, and then they got Ash Blossom, they couldn't come back into the game.
And they couldn't destroy the
So
back
that's
row.
something to keep in mind.
That is definitely good to know.
All right, now it looks like Princess is coming out to the field. Since the Engraver was special summoned, it was able to trigger the Princess in the graveyard, destroying it.
That is nice.
But the Oak being on the field, that makes the Karma Cannon live.
Yeah, so if something I didn't know for a long time, if there are no monsters to put face down, you can't activate the Daruma Cannon. But with Oak on the field, able to be put face down, the Daruma Cannon will put it face down, and then send all the Link monsters to the graveyard because they can't be put face down.
Yeah, but here comes the destructive Daruma Karma Cannon. One of my favorite trap cards ever made. It also looks fantastic on that artwork.
It feels a little risky for him to have waited this long, because what if Matthew had chosen, you know what, I am going to send my Oak to the graveyard as part of a Link summon.
That war result?
That would have been a disastrous.
No, that Little Knight goes to the graveyard too.
IP Little Knight hasn't been moved from the field yet.
It
made it with IP on
yeah, it doesn't destroy it. It makes you send it.
Yeah.
You also have to send cards that are unaffected. So if you have like a Towers kind of monster that can't be affected, it makes the players send them to the graveyard. So there ain't no dodging destructive Daruma Karma Cannon.
It's an incredible trap card. That's why it's been mostly a 3-of in Labrynth decks.
All right, looks like we've moved on to main phase 2 now that all these Link monsters have been sent to the graveyard. Matthew does have some monsters coming back. He's going to have that Desiree without any equips coming back and the Nightmare Phoenix.
Jonathan played through Matthew's field nicely, but he doesn't have much going on for him.
He just has that one face down Speller Trap.
Yeah,
it needs to be Welcome Labrynth or something, but even then it's still going to be tough.
Yeah, he doesn't have any pressure to apply.
Yeah, that's kind of what you give up when you're not using like the Arianas and the other Labrynth cards to be able to really go consistent. You need your Welcome Labrynth and your big Welcome Labrynth to really resolve to get monsters onto the field.
Right, and if you're not playing the Furniture, the Shingraglier, and the Stovey Torby, it's a lot harder to get to.
Indeed. Looks like Matthew is trying to put some more monsters onto the field, maybe to access his extra deck, or just to have some protection, because, yeah, there is no pressure from Jonathan's side so far. Diabellstar does have a graveyard effect during the opponent's turn that it can come back by sending a card. So he's just trying to wall up here.
I think he just drew a Sphere mode.
Ancient Beast of the Sky, please hear my cry.
I hope he drew it so I can hear the chant from Billy.
Oh, I am much too old now. Envelop the desert with your glow and cast your rage upon a foe. Unlock your secrets from deep within.
So that together we may win.
Well, I hope it is. That'd be really cool. I'll tribute these 3. I don't know. I wonder what you would tribute if it's Sphere mode. Probably the Desiree.
Whatever has the highest attack points, right?
Yeah, Desiree. The Black Witch could come back. I think it just has to be sent to the graveyard, so maybe not that one.
Yeah, that's true. He would have to discard a card and then wouldn't get the effect on summon of it.
Enter battle phase. We're in battle.
And maybe it isn't Sphere mode.
No,
Enter main phase 2?
Let's see.
Oh. It looks like he sees the writing on the wall that goes.
So Cosmic Cyclone's very good against the deck. If it's in Matthew's side deck, I'm sure we'll see it come in.
Yeah, being able to chain to the traps is something you got to always pay attention to, but it looks like Jonathan is starting off with Lord of the Heavenly Prison, so even more protection from spell and trap destruction. Reveals from the hand. While it's revealed, Matthew will not be able to destroy spell and trap cards. I don't think either player can destroy any spell or trap cards. And then if one's activated, you can summon it from the hand and set a spell or trap that can be activated in the following turn.
So that's his hand. 4 cards to put in the back row and the Lord of the Heavenly Prison to protect them.
A simple game plan, but might be a strong one here. Looks like Matthew just taking a second to make sure he knows exactly what he can and can't do while the Lord of the Heavenly Prison is revealed.
Yeah, he doesn't want to do something like accidentally activate a Harpy's Feather Duster and realize they can't be destroyed.
All right, looks like he's got it down. It's not on the field, it's in his hand, but there you go.
We can move that.
All right, now it looks like Matthew's about to draw for his turn.
We'll see how well he started, and we'll see whether Jonathan has some back row cards that interact with them. I suspect he does.
No matter what, we at least get to see the simultaneous equation cannon work in game number 1.
We did see it once. I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again. This variant of the deck tends to rely on it.
Yeah, it does seem to be a key piece in their winning strategy, but Matthew starting with Fiendsmith Engraver, going to discard that to add Fiendsmith's track.
Don't forget, you're giving up pretty much your whole extra deck to use the simultaneous equation cannons.
Yeah, you have to include a lot of wacky ranks and levels to make sure you can always add the most amount of. I mean, that becomes really cool building your extra deck where you want to have the easiest access to those monsters.
He gets Engraver with the Tract, a play we talked about earlier, and then discards the Lurie that he already had in his opening hand. He
There you
special
go.
summons Lurie with its effect.
Get to see it in action. Let's see if this prompts an Ice Dragon's Prison. Doesn't look like it. That would have been a cool trap to flip up right here. Matthew now going into Requiem. He could be saving it for a second Engraver just to try and banish both of those if he does have it.
Yeah, I don't think he would have used it on the Lurie, right?
Yeah, it makes sense to wait for Requiem for sure. And here comes an Engraver, the third copy. Unless he sided one out. Nope.
There it is. Putting in attack position. Never know when you're going to get hit by a skill drain. You just want to
It does
just
have
go into
8
one to attack.
Yep, it does have 1800 attack, and now he's going to bring out another one in attack mode. Torrential Tribute.
You're good here?
Nope, nothing here from Jonathan.
I will link these away.
Fiendsmith Sequence?
Could be, or the... Yeah, there's the
Summon of
sequence.
sequence is fine.
I will activate the effect.
I will chain skill drain by paying 1,000.
All right.
Oh, there's skill drain again. We've seen a lot of skill drain this match.
Also pay 1,000 life points.
Chain Cosmic
Activate
Cyclone.
Cosmic Cyclone. Targeting skill drain.
We talked about it. And here it is, trying to snipe that skill drain in game number 3.
Solemn Judgment. Jonathan pays half of his life points
I'm sorry, you're
to negate the
35
Cosmic
to
Cyclone,
7,000.
but he does get to pay it after paying the 1,000 for the skill drain, so he's
so
only
result.
paying 3,500 instead of 4,000.
Solemn Judgment says no.
Cosmic Cyclone banishing a card instead of destroying it, interacting well with the Lord of the Heavenly Prison.
I will tribute to normal summon Fiendsmith Engraver.
Yes.
I will activate the effect of sequence targeting
This is the third Fiendsmith Engraver we've seen summoned to the field this turn.
Spell card.
And
Monster
can't
cannot
be
be targeted.
So he's going to try and make this Fiendsmith Engraver untargetable, and it'll gain
Yeah.
600 attack if he does equip Requiem as well.
Skill drain won't stop
That
that,
one doesn't
since it's
boost
the effect of the sequence in the back row.
I will activate Bistral Baldric. I will
All
target.
right, we're going beatdown mode, banishing a light to summon Bestial Baldrake.
I'll enter battle phase.
Battle phase is fine.
This is
I'll take
18 and 25.
I'll activate Big Welcome Island.
Oh, and he has the big welcome. Does he have Ash Blossom and Joy Spring? He doesn't.
Doesn't look like it. He's probably going to get Lady Labrynth,
'Cause
turn
he-
it to his hand, and use its effect to summon it.
This would have been game on board because they had to pay the half from the Solemn Judgment. But big welcome
735.
finally resolving. I don't think we've seen a Labyrinth monster being summoned here from Jonathan until now. Lady goes back to the hand, but it can be summoned since the trap was activated this turn.
I'll activate Lord of the Heavenly Prison.
Since the trap card resolved, he can summon the Lord of the Heavenly Prison as well. Suddenly, the strongest monsters are on the field are on Jonathan's
The
side.
effect of set is all one effects.
Correct. Correct.
And if it's activated,
It
well,
is
this
all
card will
one
reveal
effect.
and set as well.
Lord of the Heavenly Prison's effect does not activate on the field, so it is also unaffected by skill drain, and he's actually going
That's
to
a good
set
one.
Card of Demise.
Oh, that's not a card you want to see set.
No.
I do love Lord of the
will not
Heavenly
turn-
Prison. It does get to still set the card because that is part of the
Intermediate
in-hand effect. It's not an effect that happens on the field.
Yeah, with Lord of the Heavenly Prison up, he doesn't even need to summon the Lady Labyrinth yet, though he might do it in the end phase to have some monsters to attack with on his turn.
I will.
We're seeing Jonathan's game plan come to
Turn
fruition
end phase, I'll
right
activate
here.
Lady because the normal trap was activated this turn.
Yep.
Summon herself?
So now he has some power on the field. Now he can start
drop turn.
attacking.
So he's either doing math with his deck to win the game or just playing just old school beat down big monsters, no effects.
Sure.
It's effects negated anyway. Might as well give a check on the stats though.
Enter battle phase.
We're in battle.
Go into battle.
3,000 into 18.
I will take 1,200 damage.
3,000 into 25.
Gonna be 1,700 damage
I will take
total.
500 damage. Putting it at 53.
All right.
53, yep.
Yep, 58 to 53.
Jonathan has two monsters with 3,000 attack points. Not going to be easy for Matthew to deal with
And-
skill drain face up.
And the big welcome
Maintain.
labyrinth in the graveyard with a level 8
one?
fiend on the field is also a point of interaction he'll have. And now that it's still his turn, he can do card of demise.
Looks
Wanted to
Big
attack first to
Welcome-
do the damage.
I think that was Big Welcome, Trap Trick, and
Strike, maybe?
looks like
I will
Solemn
set-
Strike that he picked up, but he can only pick two to set.
Looks like he's going big welcome and strike, I'd assume.
I proceed to the end phase.
Yep, there's no room for the third card in his back row, so
it
he'll
was
have to
trap
discard
trick.
cell and
Stand
strike in
by
the end phase.
me.
Card and Mize, draw 3, and then discard your hand. You won't be able to do
I will
damage the
activate
rest of the
effect
turn.
Of Engraver by shuffling back Engraver.
Yes.
All right, Engraver's coming back. I like Kaiba's version. Draw 5 cards as long as you discard your hand in 5 turns.
I think that version looks a little bit different too, and the artwork has like the
I will activate
one
effect of
thing on it, but
sequence
yeah,
targeting
it's definitely a scary card.
He's going to equip the Engraver with
I'll say
Sequence
original
again.
Sinful Spoils. I'll send my Sequence in.
All right, he's going to be able to try and get more monsters onto the field.
Goes
Oh.
in match. Oh, man.
So-
now Matthew can only control 1 attribute of monster, and if there's no light monster he can summon from his deck, he has nothing to summon with the original Sinful Spoil, Snake Eye.
I saw there was a smile that just came across Jonathan's face as that resolved.
I think that was the moment he realized he had won.
Or he might. He's definitely in good shape. Looks like he pulled it back a little bit, calmed himself down, realized the game's still going.
So Matthew's going to send the Engraver to the graveyard. Summon the Requiem. Does he have anything to summon with Requiem? Yeah, he sent an Engraver back earlier in the turn. So he'll tribute the Requiem and summon that Engraver back to his field, which he had recently sent back to his deck.
This is the 5th Engraver summon in this game,
Yeah.
right?
They keep going back. They keep coming out. I feel bad for them. They keep getting destroyed.
I don't feel bad for them.
He's going to equip it with Requiem, and he set a monster pass.
He's on the back foot. He's playing defensively, but it's not going to work, especially with the set big welcome. A big welcome in the graveyard to use on the following turn.
I think we're going to see Lovely come out, probably Lady return to the hand, and then Lady special summon back to the field to have 3 attacking monsters. Oh, he returns the Lord of the Heavenly Prisons to his hand, so he can reuse its effect.
Why not?
I think that's the safer play. He's really in no rush to do all that damage. There's still almost 8
A little
minutes on
bit
the
of
clock.
rush. Yeah, 7.5 minutes is a little bit of a rush.
Yeah,
not too
I
bad,
guess.
though.
He is down in life points, but this...
I don't
Yeah,
know
it's
why I
not
just
looking good
shuffled
here
the
for
dog.
Matthew by any means.
Oh,
If I stop trap trick?
he's using Trap Trick, though, so we might
That's
see
true.
him
That
get
is true.
Welcome Labyrinth maybe to apply pressure. Or can he make the equations work?
1 card in hand?
1 card in hand. Thanks.
Looks like that is what he's trying to add up to see if he can use the equation.
He's banishing the equation cannon, getting the equation cannon.
Okay, so let's start
4, 5, 6,
counting.
Cards in hand?
2,
There's 11
4.
cards and 11
You know what it
level
is.
6.
Bounce it back with the-
So he could do 5 and 1 again. He can do...
It's 11, right?
Yeah, so he could do 2 level
Okay,
rank
so
5
I'm-
Xyz monsters and a level 1 fusion monster. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 1 is 11. That's the 2x plus y equals number of cards, 11.
Why does this math work out so well?
And then 5 plus 1, the rank
11?
of the Xyz monster plus the level of the fusion
Banish
monster,
all these and return these.
is 6.
Yeah, it definitely seems like 11
Yes,
cards
you do.
with an engraver on your opponent's side of the
Wait.
field is what to look for with the
We're in the
equation
Trap Tricks.
cannon.
With
Yeah,
the level
this
6
is
monster
the-
on the field.
this is the only
Oh,
one.
wait.
Yeah.
I was like, wait. That's good. Okay.
With the level 6 monster on the field. But that's just one of many combinations.
Yeah, just the one we happen
You
to
can go to
see
your
come
battle
up a
phase.
lot of the times.
So that's
so
the
that's my
cool
end
thing
phase.
about
Yeah,
the
this
card.
is your end phase, yes. I will drop
Writing is on the wall.
Yeah.
The math was
Okay,
done.
reveal.
He didn't need to do
I
the
will
math, but
attack
why
for
not?
Demon.
I would have done it
I'll attack
too.
for 3,000.
Good game.
And Jonathan